We're back, and joining me now is Patty Erickson, who is a 1994 graduate from the Willmar Senior High School and another inductee into the 2006 Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame. So, welcome, Patty.
Thank you.
You know, it really is a pleasure to meet you and to hear about someone who's graduated not too long ago and yet reminisce about all the successes that you had while a student and an athlete here in Willmar. Again, a three-sport athlete, very, very involved in softball, also in volleyball, and your third sport was?
Basketball.
So really, throughout the year, athletics was very important to you. And I know a standout participant and player in all those sports, but we know that softball is one of those areas that just brought you a lot of attention and fame for your skills and abilities. Talk to us a little bit about your athletic experience here at the Willmar Senior High School.
Oh, I guess I really can't say anything bad about any experience that I had at Willmar. I feel very lucky to have had the coaches that I've had. They've taught me a lot about being the person that I am today. It wasn't always about the bottom line of winning and losing. It was more about developing into a good adult, into a good human being. And my teammates, I feel like I had some of the best teammates to play with. We had so much fun together. Never felt like a clique or a separated group. Everybody really got along and supported each other and just had fun. It was a great time.
Well, it's obvious that you enjoyed your experiences, and again, you are so modest about your accomplishments, which is, I've mentioned to other inductees, that's one of the things that just keeps coming forward is how modest all of you are, and you just believe in the whole team aspect of success when it comes to sports and activities. But you had to work hard and, be physically fit to excel. And also, you had these wonderful character traits that helped you to be a part of an effective team. Let's talk about what did it take to just sort of keep everything together, balancing studies, staying physically fit, and then going with these demanding sports schedules. What advice would you give to young people today about how to keep all of that in perspective?
I guess for me, one of the biggest was having a supportive family at home. They put emphasis, my mom's a teacher, put emphasis on schoolwork that was above, you're a student athlete, not an athletic student. So, and that's what I tell my college students nowadays. You may be here to play football on a football scholarship, but you're still here to get your degree. So don't forget to do that. Prioritizing is probably the hugest thing. You've just got to be able to say no sometimes to something that might be really fun if you need to go and work out or if you need to finish your English paper or you've got to have the, I guess, internal fortitude to know what's best for you and know what's best academically and athletically to keep yourself on the field, because if you fall apart in either one of those, you're not going to be on the field for very long.
Well, what a great way to sum all of that up. And we might have to take this clip out and use it with our student athletes once in a while, because you have really articulated that very clearly. How about the coaches? I hear a lot about the perception of our young athletes towards the coaches and what they did for them, the impressions that they made. Do you have any memories that stand out right away when you think in terms of coaches in the three sport areas that you were involved in?
Well, I guess one of the first things that stood out was all of our coaches, the bottom line was that sports are supposed to be fun, and you were supposed to have fun, and it wasn't a win at all costs. If you were out working your hardest, doing your best, and having fun, the winning and losing was going to take care of itself. And I think that the years that I played, we were pretty successful across the board, at least volleyball, basketball, and softball. And we had a lot of fun, and we knew how to work hard, and it definitely paid off with a lot of wins and a lot of positive stuff for all of us. And I just can't say enough. I just really loved my coaches that I had when I was here. I'll never forget Mr. Ramey's head turning 8,000 shades of red, and those are some of my most favorite memories. So.
Well, it's so much fun to reminisce, and it's such a credit to the people that have been a part of the Willmar Public Schools in sort of the legacy that they have developed and now is being carried on. When you graduated in 1994, you went on to Southwest State University. Tell us a little bit about your sporting experiences there.
Oh, it was definitely different than high school. You have to be a lot more in control of yourself because it's all about independence. Nobody's going to make you go to class. Nobody's going to make you go work out. Nobody's going to make sure you're eating good. You know, when it's easy to call Pizza Hut and have them drop a pizza off rather than getting up and going for a run. So that was one of the biggest challenge was just learning to be responsible for yourself. And obviously the classes were hard, but one of the best things was the teachers down at Southwest, because it was a smaller class size, really were able to give you one-on-one attention. And I know there was, chemistry was a big struggle for me, and the chemistry teachers down there really helped me out, and I was in their office every day, and they were doing everything they could to help me out. And it wasn't just academically either. They were there for you if you had personal issues that you just needed somebody to talk to. So that was one of the best things about the coaches and teachers at college.
Well, what a great compliment to the instructors and the professors that are a part of Southwest State University, where you now are developing a career. You're working as a trainer. Talk to us a little bit about that interesting career choice.
I guess I always had an interest in sitting in the stands watching a game and somebody would get hurt on the field, and I always just had a real interest to want to have my nose in the middle of the action and know what was going on. However, I didn't start out wanting to be an athletic trainer. I went there originally to be a veterinarian, and through the course of being there and talking with our head trainer, who's now my boss, she kind of steered me into athletic training and took me on as a student during my senior year of softball in 1997, and that's when I really fell in love with it. And she threw me in baptism by fire. Wrestling was the first sport that I had all by myself, and that was quite the challenge, but I took it and ran with it and loved every minute of it. And now I've developed, wrestling was a sport I knew nothing about, and now is probably one of my loves. I love it, and I love working with all different shapes, sizes, personalities of athletes. I now have friends that are across the globe, which is so much fun. Just being able to watch them grow when they come in as freshmen and they leave in 4 or 5 years as seniors, and watching them grow, to be a part of that is a really fun thing.
And you're also serving as a trainer with the football program as well?
Yes. We're right in the middle of our season right now, and we've got our biggest roster size we've ever had in years, and there's just 2 of us taking care of 123 people, so it can be a challenge. But the kids are great, and the coaches are even better, and we all just learn to work together and help each other out, and it makes for a fun experience.
Well, your enthusiasm is contagious, and I can tell that they are very, very fortunate to have you on staff working so enthusiastically on behalf of the students and the program. When you think about the Willmar Public Schools graduating in 1994, how do you just want to sum that up for our audience, the overall experience that really the entire school district provided for you and your classmates?
I feel very fortunate to have gone to Willmar when I did. I can't say enough about the teachers that I had. They were top shelf. They were top drawer. My coaches were great. Like I said before, they weren't all just about the bottom line of winning and losing. They were about developing good people, which I think that gets lost a lot nowadays, which is a sad thing to see. But I feel very fortunate that I learned those lessons when I did, and that I can carry that on and bring that on to the people that I work with.
Well, Patty, thank you so much for sharing your perspective. And again, congratulations on this honor on being inducted into the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame in 2006. That's a real credit to you, not only as an athlete, but as a person and as an individual. So we just appreciate the perspective that you have brought to the table today and wish you well in the future.
Thank you very much.